Giovanna was married to a wonderful man by the name of Giuliano. Those of you who have not had the fortune to meet Giuliano, he was a great guy. Giuliano passed away in May a year ago. And Giovanna, before he passed away, said, as soon as it happens, I'm getting the hell out of Rome. I'm coming to New York for a little bit. I said, great idea. We're here. In June, she came to New York, and she really felt embraced by this wonderful city. Please show the city. She really felt embraced by this wonderful city, and went back to Rome and announced that if Obama was going to win the elections, she was going to move to New York. Obama won. And here is Giovanna.
Julia had talked to me about Giovanna all of last summer, and we somehow never crossed paths. So we never met last summer at all, even though Julia's my neighbor and Giovanna was apparently my neighbor and I didn't know. And then this year, well, and then she went back, and I knew about Giuliano's death without ever having met you, and without ever having met Giuliano. And so I knew a few things about her, and then all of a sudden Julia calls me and says, my friend Giovanna, her apartment she's in for a little bit, she needs a facelift, and not a facelift, but an apartment lift. Her face is beautiful. So I'm sort of a handy woman kind of person, which I suspect Giovanna doesn't quite trust exactly. Here's the thing. So here's the thing. The first day I come over to actually do any work is to change 2 light fixtures. I change the first light, lovely, it works, beautiful. The next one, I go to change it. When I turn it back on, there's a small explosion. The entire building's electric has gone out. No. And then before we know it, the entire block has gone out. But no, it wasn't my fault. It was the equivalent of being hit by lightning. Con Edison had a short at exactly the same time that I flicked the switch with the new appliance in. And it killed the block. But here, meanwhile, I'm saying, I didn't do anything wrong. And she's, meanwhile, my computer, my life. Like, I don't know, did I do anything wrong?
Giovanna is an intellectual, is a wonderful writer, and she wrote several books, and she's a journalist. But, and I'm reading now one of her books that it's wonderful, but instead, the first imprinting of Giovanna is like gorgeous woman. Women become incredibly beautiful when they're pregnant, and she was radiant, stunning. So radiante. No, you know, this is a vision of you. The first time I met you.
The time I met you, you were sick.
Oh, really?
You were like, oh, you were like Olaf. Oh, it's so horrible. And so I had this impression of Giovanna as this frail and complaining, sort of person, but very smart. I'm not done.
We met Giovanna when she was here in June at, well, you were there at Sandra's in the Hamptons, and we liked each other. We also went shopping, and I just never have any money to buy anything, and Giovanna's buying everything all the time.
I only know Giovanna for a little while, through our mutual friend Julia, as Jessica explained. But I really love this woman, I really do. And I'm really glad she's here with us in New York, because that's the nature of our city.
Then we decided to go to the movies. And each time we're going to see something, but somebody recommends something else. So we've seen like a whole string of really awful movies. I mean, like 4, 5, 6 in a row. And I'm thinking, there aren't this many bad movies out there, but we find them every time. And we go out and we're scratching our heads and saying, like, what was that about?
Giovanna now, for me, is the symbol of, she's the idea of what love can do to somebody. And she married Giuliano, and I don't think there was ever a greater love. And his love for her was so intense and so romantic. She has this apartment with a big terrace, and there's a little Juliet balcony above it. He sent her up to the Juliet balcony. We were all sort of below, and he got on his knee and delivered a passionate speech to her, and she became this radiant, beautiful, positive, unsick, unwinding person.